So Pam Comiter, thanks for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me. I could not be more excited.
I'm excited and also just like a touch nervous because you do this professionally.
Yes, so I have a podcast. It's called
Yeah.
Shut Up, Tell Me More. It's very fun, but I've very rarely been on the opposite end of it.
Oh,
so, yeah. I've had
really?
a few guests that have like interviewed me, I feel like, on the spot, and I've been like,
Okay.
all right, we're turning the tables, but ask me anything.
Okay,
Like,
great.
yeah.
I'm gonna just constantly be like, oh my God, shut up, tell me more.
Yes, please.
We're gonna use her title and tagline in our own interview. So to start, where are you from? How long have you been in Florida?
So I am a Florida native. I know you are too, which is crazy. I feel like we very rarely meet
Right.
Florida natives. I grew up in Coral Springs and basically stayed in Florida forever. Like came here, stayed here, went to school here, and then came back, and now we live in Palm Beach Gardens. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah, and we've been here for like 16 years or so. So it's great.
It's a great place to be.
Yes.
It's not
I'm
freezing.
Broward County till I die,
Yeah,
but
same.
like I'm here now, I guess. So
Yes, it's like weird to tell people that I live in the Palm Beach County area.
Yes.
Especially when I'm like a touch away from Broward.
yes.
Which
so
they now
true.
want to like maybe rename to Fort Lauderdale County or something.
I did not know that.
We've been like running stories on it on air, and it's like confusing. And I'm like, just don't do that because you already confuse people with the city of Miami and Miami-Dade County.
So true.
You're going to ruin people's lives if it's now Lauderdale County, also with the city of Fort Lauderdale. Just like doesn't make sense.
That's and like, why is this necessary?
I don't know.
Like growing up, okay, so Coral Springs was either Coral Springs or Pompano Beach, and I'm like, I'm not from Pompano Beach.
Right.
What is this? I don't get it. Like sometimes my old zip code goes to that, and then other times Coral Springs. Very confusing.
Yeah, they need to get it together and straighten it out. So how many kids do you have? How old are they?
I have two. Okay, ready for this age split? I have an
Yes.
11-year-old and a 3-year-old.
That's fun.
Yes. So we were like, you know what? This is getting really easy. We're getting into a groove. Let's start over.
Right
Let's
on.
just totally bring a baby into the mix.
Yeah.
So we have both of them. It's great. I needed every minute of the 7 years in between the two of them to be like, we can do this again, I think.
Yeah,
So
and it was fine the second time around.
I think it was better. If I could give every new mom second mommy brain, I would be so happy because it was just like, I care so much less, almost to a fault where I'm like, oh man, we got to like worry about this stuff and get you signed up for things. And because I'm like so lax now.
Yeah,
So,
I'm very much like a type B, type
Yes.
C, D, E, like very much as far away from type A as you can get.
those are my people. I
And
love that.
so I'm still like on top of things for like getting us signed up and making sure this is done, but like eating a stick off the ground outside, like sure.
Oh, 100%. My
Well,
first one,
you
I
know?
was like, everything's organic. We're not going to have like any sort of, I was very into that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
With my second, he doesn't eat. So I just have to be like, do you want this McDonald's? You may have it every day if you want. So it's very hard.
Yeah,
It's-
my
it's a
first
switch.
didn't eat anything, and my second one will, whatever you put in front of him,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna eat that. Like he'll at least try it.
Yeah.
Where my first was like, what's this in front of me? Like I don't want this food.
Oh my
He was like
gosh.
never into eating.
I totally get that. And then coming from my family, I'm like, what are you? Like,
Right.
we are eaters. Like, there has
Same.
never been a food we don't like. So it's very confusing. And I'm like, we've been to feeding therapy. I'm trying very hard not to go back, but I feel like we might be ending up back there. So,
I'm sorry.
yeah,
But
it's okay.
we always get through things.
That's so true. And every child's different. It's insane. Like the eating thing that you said is so true. What one has, the other one doesn't have. And
Yes.
it's like they're always keeping you on your toes.
Yeah. Was it kind of fun for your, at the time, 7-year-old to have like this new little baby to play with?
Oh, he was so excited. Everyone's like, does he help? I'm like, yeah, no, not at all. But he's like he's a nice big brother. He's very sweet with him. And it does help when like my 3-year-old gets feisty. The 11-year-old is like, I get it. You're 3. I'm not going to mess with you too much.
That's
So,
sweet.
yeah, it's
I'm sure
good.
it's kind of cool to see. Like, even, like maybe some people worry about a big age gap, but I feel like it's still kind of cool to like have
Yes.
like a little helper almost kind of a thing, even though he technically doesn't help you at all.
It is. Like, there was one day I was covered in vomit, and I'm like, Mason, come, help me. And he's like, ew. And I'm like, please, just throw me a towel. Like, do something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's an interesting dynamic, but it's great. I love it.
That's really fun to see. Yeah, I'm at 1 and 4. So we're like still in the beginning, early stages. And
Yes.
my toddler's having to like learn that he can't just like sit on his brother. And like sometimes then like my 1-year-old's very curious, so he'll like reach for my toddler and he'll end up like scratching him in the face or something, and he thinks it's like funny being playful because he doesn't have any idea what's going on. And then the toddler cries. I'm like, well, you sat on him in the first place. So yeah, we're at the discovering phases of like learning.
I love that.
How to
I love that it's such a
function.
different experience for everyone. 3 years, though, is I feel like the perfect age gap. Like that was me and my sister, so many of my friends. It's so nice because they'll be close but not the same.
Right. And I was able to like breathe for 5 minutes before I was pregnant with my second.
Yes.
And so I was like, we'll do 3 years works for me. I have kind of like a whole year to like be a human being, and then I'll, get pregnant again
and start it all over
Right.
again. It's such a wild journey. But it's so good.
It's so much fun.
I know. I had the pleasure of being a geriatric patient.
Oh, what was that like?
It was insane. Like, first of all, they make you like come in so much. I'm like, if I'm considered geriatric, like, shouldn't I be old and tired and like not have to come in as much?
Right.
It was very weird. Like, I didn't feel geriatric, obviously, and like I feel like everything was exactly the same. But like, they almost bring up worries more to you, so you're more on like your toes, I guess. But it was like such a misnomer. I feel like they need to move that up. Like,
they need to move the number to like 40 maybe?
Yes. Like I can't imagine when the medical research was written that decided that. I think it's like 35.
I think it's 35.
Yeah. Like that's a child.
Yeah.
35, you're a baby.
I'm still a teen mom. Like, leave us alone. Let me do. Yeah, I know what you mean. I have a friend who's going to be 35 when she delivers.
Yes.
And she's like, I think they're already asking me to like do more things because I'm going to be 30. I'm like, you're still a child. Like, what do you mean?
100%. It's insane. There are times where I look at my kids, I'm like, who let me have these people? Like,
Right.
I'm in charge of you? Is that a joke?
I feel like that every day.
It's absurd. Who allowed this?
I don't know, but it is quite like, it's just a weird thing. I'm like, my husband, like, we're like, oh my God, we're married. Yay. We like did that for a few years. And now we're like, we have children, and now there's 2 of them, and we're responsible. And like,
Gosh, yes.
like sometimes I snooze my alarm. I'm not even like responsible enough to like wake myself up in the morning, but I have to take care of like 2 beings.
It's insane, and you can't not take care of them.
No.
Because then that's neglect, and you go to jail. It's bad.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, we don't do that
No.
here. I want to talk about how you got into like moderating and hosting and how this became your career path. So we mentioned in the beginning you have your own podcast. How did this sort of all get started?
So I've always loved entertainment news and like grew up watching Juliana Rancic and Kat Sadler and E! News just constantly. You know, so many of us did.
Yeah.
And I was volunteering at the JCC, and they started bringing in some amazing guests. And I was on the committee for an event which was featuring Margaret Josephs from The Real Housewives. I don't know if you're a Housewives fan or not.
I've seen some of it. I'm not the most reality TV type of person, but
yeah,
I
so
know
I'm
some of
like
them are.
embarrassingly Bravo obsessed.
Good for you.
Like all roads lead back to Bravo. I think it's like my escape. So
My sister's big into Bravo.
Oh, gosh.
Her and my aunt, like, they could talk about it all day. Like, that's the, yeah.
Bravo people like see each other. So we were having this event, and I was on the planning committee, and they were like, would you like to host it? And I was like, absolutely. Ask one of my favorite people questions. Yes, please. So I was like, you need a little bit of training before you do it. So I worked with a great media coach, did the event. I absolutely loved it. I had the
awesome.
best time. I was like, wait, I get to be like a professional Yenta and ask people questions, and they're a captive audience. This is incredible. So I did that, and I was like, how do I do more of that? There's not a ton of hosting show opportunities in Palm Beach County, maybe farther south, but not a ton. So someone said to me, why don't you start a podcast? And I was like, there's a million podcasts. I don't know. And I was like, you know what? I'll start a podcast. So it just started. And I was like, get through 8 episodes, show your interview skills, and then see what goes from there. And I'm turning on episode 51, and it's just been such a fun ride.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I've gotten to interview a few more people live, and I love it so much. I have such a passion for it. I think it takes me out of my own head, and I'm so curious. Like, my friend jokes, I'm like Trixie from Toy Story. Like, I don't just have one question, I have all of them.
Yes.
So I get to just ask questions that I'm nosy about and that you're not normally, it's not appropriate to ask someone, like, when you first meet them.
Right.
So, yeah.
But if they're on a podcast, they like know that they're going to get the nosy questions.
Absolutely. And I love when people sit in the chair and say, oh, I'm an open book. I'm like, really? Let's test that, because
That's
we'll
so
see how open
crazy.
you are. Yes, it's great.
Do you get ever like bombshell information out of some of these people
I
occasionally?
do sometimes. So I've interviewed, I feel like my podcast is split into a couple of different genres.
Okay.
Like, I have my celebrity reality TV star, then I have experts in the field, and then I have people that are just very interesting. Like, I interviewed a woman who was Amish for 17 years, escaped, and became a stripper for 21 years.
Wow.
Yes.
Good for her.
100%. Like, I'm just so fascinated
That's the
by people and
fascinating
how
thing.
did you get here? Just very interesting folks. So yeah, there have definitely been times where people have said things and I'm like, oh, okay, I was not expecting that, but I love hearing about it.
Yeah, because then you can like continue prying and like asking and digging and being nosy.
Exactly. Like I always say it's a dinner party, but I'm allowed to ask questions that aren't appropriate to ask at a dinner party.
Yeah. And I'm sure people that are like listening or like thinking like you want to know about like this certain thing, like just ask them and like you can.
So that's the biggest thing. Just ask.
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst, they say, I don't want to talk about that. And that's more than fine, of course. I always want my guests to feel comfortable. But if they're there, they want to share.
Right.
So, yeah. It's great.
All right, let's figure out what nosy questions I'm able to
Come
ask
at
you
me.
now.
Do
Let's
it.
go.
Yes.
So, what was after you graduated college? What was your career path that kind of led to doing this?
So it's been a ride. Nothing that like leads to really podcasting. I started in HR and did that for a bunch of years, and it was great. I loved building corporate culture, but firing people was my favorite thing. Although I am a firm believer that most people get themselves fired. You don't actually fire
right.
them. Yes.
You have to have like cause.
Yes.
They say.
Yes, you literally do.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So,
and it can't be because you don't like them or something.
Right. I used to have to say it's for a variety of reasons.
Right.
Just a variety of reasons. Just leave it open.
Yeah.
So it was great. I loved it. I worked for one of my mentors who was just incredible. And anything she put in front of me, I was like, I can't do that. She's like, you could do anything. Just do it. And that has stuck with me forever. So I then was like, I like this, but I want to do something creative. I'd always loved party planning.
Okay.
Like ever since my bat mitzvah, I was like a little bat mitzvah monster.
What was your theme?
It was Hollywood, of
Love
course.
that. Okay.
Yes. I had like the Chinese theater outside, and
cool.
I love a lookalike for some reason. So we had like a Marilyn Monroe lookalike outside. You know, my
cute.
13-year-old self must have really been into Marilyn
Right,
Monroe.
I'm sure.
Yes. Yeah. So we did that, and I loved party planning. So I then became an event planner actually at the Norton Museum.
Oh, cool.
Got to plan all the galas and
Okay.
luncheons and all that stuff, and did it a little bit for myself as well, doing some stuff on the side. And then I had my babies, and my first child, and I was like, this is very time consuming. It really is. It's a hard balance to find, and I needed something a little slower. So I started working for one of my friends who has an amazing photography agency. She travels all over the world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's incredible. So I worked for her for a number of years, and then I actually had to stop working because my dad was getting sick, and I had Mason, who was just a baby at the time, and I just felt like I always had one foot in, one foot out. So I got really heavy into gun violence prevention work, just on a volunteer level. And I did that for a number of years. And once I decided that was enough and that was very, very heavy, I got into this. And it's just been, I feel like I finally found something I love and like that just fuels me, and I'm so passionate about it.
I love that.
Yeah, so it's like a weird journey how I got
Yeah.
here. Like I was like, well, then I did this, and then I did this. Sounds very hodgepodgey, but it does make sense. I also failed to mention I was supposed to be a therapist.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
just that. I got my master's in marriage and family therapy.
wow.
I loved learning about it. I loved school. I got out, started my practicum, and I was like, okay, no thank you. Once again, love hearing people's stories, love asking questions. When it comes to helping them work through it, not my favorite. I was like, this is sad. I don't know what I thought therapy
Yeah, like
was
you
going
can't.
to be.
You kind of have that like with your podcast, but now you don't have to offer advice. You just get to like listen to what they have to say to you.
Exactly. So it's like peeling apart the onion, but I have to help them like fix it all or clean it up after.
Yeah.
So it's definitely led me to everywhere I've been though. So the systemic thinking has been attributed to every move along my career path.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
That's really cool. I'll listen to someone, like that's what I have to do like with this podcast and my job. But then they'd be like, and I'm sad because of it. I'd be like, same. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't.
Yes, I'm like, oh my God, that's terrible.
Yeah.
And then what? Like, I'm
Right.
like, oh wait, I'm a therapist. I shouldn't be saying that. 100%. It was all sad all day. And my mom's a therapist, and she would be like, no, it's solution focused. You need to find solutions. I'm like, I don't see solutions. Also, I'm very much A plus B equals C. Like, this is the recipe to solve this. In therapy, it's not that.
Right.
So unless you're going to give me like, this is this problem and this is the cure, I can't do it.
Right. I mean, that's fair. At least you're like self-aware enough to know like it's not
Completely.
for you, and then you'd rather just be nosy and then like continue prying and asking more questions.
100%. Like, I love hearing about people, but when it comes to like actually like making it better, no thank you.
Right. I think that's funny.
Yeah, and sometimes the hotter the mess you are, the more interesting the interview. So
Right.
yeah, you're supposed to be like fixing that stuff in therapy.
I like that you
Yes.
understand that it's fine.
Yeah, so it was a little pivot along the way, but again, I have been able to attribute that training to everything I've done. So
That's cool. I mean, at least it's like it's useful, a useful tool for another part of your career. If you're hosting, if you're moderating something, like you know.
Absolutely.
You have the tools and the practice from those other past things.
Yes.
To be good at it.
Yes. And it's funny, people will be like, when I was doing that, are you analyzing me? And I'm like, no, now I analyze people so much more because I'm like, wait, how do I dig to find like the real dirt, the real, like the base of this? Why do people act the way they act?
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So how did you start doing like moderating like panels and things?
So
because that's also something you do.
Yes, I love it so much. So it's just been through different opportunities, people who have found me or seen me do live events, and it just progresses from there. So it's super fun. I love doing like a multi-person panel because you get so many different perspectives and different voices. But I also love doing like the one-on-one celebrity interviews. So it's great.
Do you have a favorite panel that you've moderated?
You know, I want to say the Margaret Josephs one. I failed to mention Rory Sassoon was also there. She is a very famous matchmaker, which is a fascinating thing. So that was probably one of my favorites, although I've interviewed a ton of interesting people. They're all different.
Yeah.
It's very funny. I interviewed someone at a group at a film premiere. It was for a film called Rally Caps.
Okay.
That actually someone that works at the JCC had produced.
Oh, nice.
And it was awesome. And one of the panel members was Judd Hirsch. She's like a very well-known older actor. And that was just iconic to see him and just be in his presence.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite podcast guest that you've had on?
That's hard. They're like my children. Like I feel
Yeah.
like there's no favorite. They're all different and unique in their own way. There have definitely been some people I've been like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I get to sit down in front of you. And everyone's so normal.
Yeah.
Like in the beginning, I was like, if I would get someone that was like quasi-celebrity, I was like, how am I going to talk to this person? Like, what is it going to be like? Everyone is just people that put their pants on one at a time, like one leg at a time.
Yeah.
Not one pants at a time.
I mean, some people have to wear more than one pair of pants, I guess.
It's true. It's like hats.
Right. Yeah. That's really cool, though. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess you have to, I feel like you'd have to like go back and like sit and think like who this person had the most interesting story, but this person I knew before. And then you have to like kind of compartmentalize, I guess, like
100%.
who was the most
like interesting and
yeah.
mind-blowing. There have been some things that I'm like, I can't believe they just told me that.
Yeah.
I feel so lucky to be able to sit with them and get them to tell me like their inner thoughts.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
what
you
really
have
goes
to
on.
like also make someone feel enough like comfortable enough to do that.
Yes.
Because
yes.
like, who wants to come and tell you I once was Amish and now I'm a stripper? You know, like that's crazy to me.
So true. It's just, yes, I had on also a professional escort who's been doing this for a number of years. She's really at like the top of her
How
game.
do you find these people?
A lot of them are found just online. I have a great publicist that I work with to find me like the celebrities and the reality TV stars. Some of them are just DMs. Like my Amish stripper, I saw an article on her and I just reached out and she was like, absolutely, I'll come and talk to you. And it's great. It's just so much fun.
Wild.
Yes. People want to talk about themselves.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Oh my gosh, yes. And that's the quickest way, by the way. If anyone's listening, if you're ever in an awkward position, like, you know, a lot of us are going to be going to holiday parties and different things where, like, we might be the spouse of the person whose holiday party it is. Ask people questions about themselves. Everyone loves to talk about themselves. And, like, that is what makes people really connect.
Do you have like a certain question you'd recommend someone ask?
Oh, that's a very good question. I don't, you know.
What do you do? Where are you from?
So it's funny. My mother runs around town, I swear, asking everyone, so where are you from? And I'm always like, Mom, please stop. But yes, that's always a good one. What do you do? And then if you could get into a deeper question, like, it was funny. I once had a girl, she was very young. She's like listening to all of us moms talk. And she's like, this is terribly boring. Do you guys ever discuss like what's on your bucket list? And I was like, okay, bet. That's a really smart thing.
I love
we
that.
should. Yeah. So what's on your bucket list? People will at first, I feel like, be like, I don't, what? Why are you
Or like
asking me
who
that?
asks that?
Yes. But then, you know, you could develop a friendship very easily.
Yeah,
that
but I
way.
mean, if you think about it, when you're out, you're always constantly asking somebody like, where are you from? What do you do? Like those are the main generic questions you ask. It's never
Yes.
what's on your bucket list.
Yes. And you being a meteorologist is fascinating. I feel like I could talk about that for hours.
Oh, yeah, I'm happy to.
Oh my gosh. I took one meteorology class in college and no, I dropped it real quick. Like I was
It's
like,
very hard.
It's so hard. I was like, oh, the weather. I've been living in Earth forever. Like I know about the
Right.
weather. No, it's a full on science.
Lots of math and lots of science and numbers and like, yes, I learned about like what the type of cloud is, but then you have to learn about like the thermodynamics that makes the cloud and the differential equation that makes this thing happen. And yeah, it's like very,
Yeah. Differential equation and I are not friends. We don't get along. So yeah.
I like weirdly like math. Like I really like math. Like I'm in a journalistic English writing heavy job and career.
Yeah.
But like I just love math. And I always like I would like open like a notebook or like a workbook in my house as a child that was like, you don't have to do the homework, but I'm just gonna do it because I'm a weirdo enough to just enjoy
That's
math.
amazing. And I feel
like,
like that's
very
also like
odd.
both sides of the brain, like your left and right side.
Yeah. But
Wow.
more heavily right? I don't know which is the creative, which is
I
side and
don't
which is
remember
not.
because I also have like the memory of Dory. That's the other thing.
That's what having two children does to you.
I'm mush. I'm mush up here. Every day I'm like, wait, I still have mom brain, but Mason's 11. I guess Preston being 3 pushes me back. But no, it's astonishing what I can't remember. The directions you sent. First of all, I have a terrible memory. I have horrible time management skills, and I can't find direction. So out of those 3 things, it's a wonder that I exist in this world. Again, going back to who let me have these children. Like, how are we all surviving here?
I mean, we're taking it day by day and doing the best we can.
That's it.
Yeah, but I want to go back to what your mom asking everyone, where are you from? I think that's like a universal Jewish mother experience.
100%.
Like,
and not everyone bites the bait. And I have to remind her that. Like,
right.
not everyone wants to talk about where they're from. And then if she meets a friend from New York, forget about it.
Yeah, then you're
it's
done.
Like, what exit? We don't speak in exits from South Florida.
That's really
like, I've
funny.
never be like, the Sawgrass Mills exit. Like, no. So it's like, what exit? What? And then it'll be like, I know so-and-so. And then, of course, they like find someone they know.
It's
like
it's a game of Jewish geography.
Every time. Everywhere we go. Everywhere we go.
That's really funny. I have a friend who's like that. She knows she's like 1 degree away from every single person in the entire world. And it's like not a joke. Like, she will find someone and then she will find a mutual friend of yours. Or like if we're on spring break or something and like someone comes down from like New York, they'll be like, I know this person. She's like, oh, I went to camp with them. Or they grew up 2 miles from my grandparents' house. Like, she knows everybody.
I love people like that. I feel like they walk around the earth just introducing themselves everywhere that they go. It's the best. Or like Legos, they just connect.
Yes. Or she like always meets like someone when she goes somewhere.
Yes.
It's really cool.
The best skill you can have. It's always good to have someone like that with you to be like, listen, get us into this place.
Yes.
Or like move this, make this happen. Talk to whoever you need to talk to. Just do it. Go to work.
She's my person for like getting around and doing that.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good to have that person.
Yeah, it's really cool. I want to talk about the panel you did with Jackie Ton.
Yes.
So when we first started watching Nobody Wants This, I'm a huge Veep fan.
Yes.
I rewatch Veep on repeat over and over and over again. And I can like quote and recite the show. Like, it's like my comfort show.
Yeah.
So Timothy Simons is in this show as Adam Brody's brother.
Yes.
But my first thought was, oh my God, Jonah Ryan is in this new show. It's amazing.
Yes.
And his wife, the actress, is Jackie Ton. And she's the funniest human being, like one of the funniest characters on TV.
And human beings in real life.
Yes.
I will say that.
I assume.
She's incredible.
I'm sure she like has to pull a little bit from herself.
Yes.
So I immediately like, obviously everyone loves the show because like Gossip Girl is dating.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? Like actual.
It's
like,
all the people that we know.
Yes.
Seth Cohen's in it.
Yes.
Like, poor Adam Brody will always be Seth Cohen to me.
He's Seth Cohen.
100%. So it's him. It's so many noticeable friendly faces on that show.
It's
and
great.
It's so well written and it's just fun. It's just light. And Jackie will say that. She's like, I don't take this too seriously. She gets people who walk up to her and they ask, like, they criticize. And she's like, quite frankly, I don't give a shit what you think.
Right.
So it's just, you know what? It's a show. It's meant to be happy, and that's it.
Yeah. So that was my very long way of saying you did a panel with her.
I did. We did 2 live events.
What was that like?
It was
because she's hilarious.
So much fun. From the second she walks in the door. First of all, no ego on that one. Her parents live in Lake Worth. They are the best human beings ever. I want to go to dinner at their house every day.
Oh my God.
So she drove them to the first event. They like pull up in their car and like she's like, I don't know how we got here. Like, this is insane. These 2 people, I cannot see it. From the second she gets out of the car, everything out of her mouth is hilarious. So she was just so much fun. She also said she was an open book, and she was. I mean, you could just ask, like, drop a topic to Jackie, and she will start rambling about 9 million things and make it hilarious. So it's so good. We really delved deep into her career and how she got to where she is. I didn't realize she'd been acting since she's 9 years old.
Wow.
And she is so emblematic of how hard it is to really make it in Hollywood because she had so many deals that either she was tied up in so she couldn't do other things and then those would fall through. She's also best friends with Kristen Bell. I don't know if you knew that.
No.
Yes, in real life they're besties. So it's very funny because of course everyone thinks Kristen's this perfect princess from, I don't know whether she's Elsa or Anna. I have boys, so we barely watched Frozen. I can't remember.
Anna.
Okay. So she's like, everyone thinks she's Princess Anna, but no, Kristen, if she's best friends with Jackie, like she's a normal gal. So yeah, it was great. Such a good experience.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
What was it like? What was it like for you finding out that you were going to get to moderate this? And how did you like get that?
So it was another JCC event.
Okay.
So I'm like their go-to, which I'm so grateful to be.
That's awesome.
Even as I start to help them try to think of interesting speakers that we can have. They don't have to be Jewish, but they have some sort of a Jewish tie. This was perfect. Jackie Tone is Jewish, and also Nobody Wants This. It's obviously a show based largely around Judaism. I was so excited, big fan of the show. I binged season 2 and listened to basically everything Jackie's ever done. It was like, hello, I know you, your name, your social security number,
Right,
name
like
of
your
dog,
address, yep.
everything ever. Very creepy. But I always, whenever I meet a guest, I try not to be like, how was that last week when you went to this store? So I definitely tried to not do that with
But you have
Jackie.
to do like as someone who like interviews people professionally, like you're supposed to do that kind of research.
Yes.
But then you like, and I do the same thing. But then like I have to be like, okay, what kind of like uncreepy questions am I going to ask? If
Yes.
they don't think I'm a total like nut job.
Yes. And I do, I mean, I guess in satisfaction when people are like, oh, you did your research. I'm like, I did a lot of research.
Right. Like how much is too
yes,
much research?
Yes. And then my phone, I don't know if this happens for you, but my phone will start showing me news about them. And I'll be like, wow, this person's totally in the news all the time. And I'm like, no, it's just my algorithm showing me what I've been asking
It knows
for.
that you've been looking them up.
It knows far too much, but yes.
Yeah, everyone's
it's very
algorithm,
creepy.
I think, is like
It's insane.
slightly terrifying.
Mine currently is dogs, and I really want to get off dogs.
Do you have a dog?
I had a dog,
sorry.
but I'm not like a, thank you. I'm not like a dog person. Like I like dogs. I enjoy them, but I'm not like a, oh my gosh, I want to watch this puppy video, but that's all I'm getting delivered right now. And I'm trying to train my algorithm to not do that.
Yeah, you just got to like look up one subject
Yes.
or start like yelling into your phone like what do you want it to be? Maybe our phone it's listening to you right now.
I mean, Bravo. Go back to Bravo.
Bravo, Real Housewives, Bravo. The new season of Salt Lake City just started.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Well,
Watch
sort
what
of.
happens live.
Yes. All the things.
What are
Andy
other
Cohen,
like
Andy Cohen,
right?
Yes.
Like just get it to say
Yes.
like
Yeah. But yeah, so going back to Jackie, it was just so much fun. And I watched season 2 and I was so amazed by her character. This was her glow up for sure. And it was just so much fun to ask behind the scenes questions.
that's really cool. We haven't finished because I don't know how to stay awake past like 8 o'clock.
Yes.
I
it's
also go to
hard.
sleep at like 7:30, 8 o'clock on the weekday.
Yeah. Wait, so what time do you have to wake up?
About 2.
No.
And I'm here by 3. Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
How do you do that with the kids?
I cry. No, I'm
Wait.
kidding. I take a nap every day. So like my day ends right after we're done with this around like 10, 11 every day. And then I have the whole day. They're in school. So I go home and sleep for like a few hours.
And you
It's
go to
fine.
bed at 7:30.
Yeah, like my husband puts one kid to bed, I put the other one, and then I go in my room, take a shower, and go to sleep.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
What do you do on the weekends?
Somehow I'm able to just like make the flip. But because I'm so tired, like I go to sleep early Friday, and then I can like I'm obviously like sleep deprived.
Yeah.
So I wake up on Saturday morning, and I'm like, oh, I got to sleep in past 2 a.m. And so
Cannot imagine that. I used to say no one should ever see 4 a.m. on the clock. Like I remember when I was feeding Mason, and I'd be like, I hate 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Like it's just, and you're up in Adam by 4.
yeah, I'm like 30. I'm like straightening my hair at that point and like getting ready to go on TV.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you do your makeup at home?
No, do it here.
Oh, I love that. I
It's
love
the only
watching
schedule
that.
I've ever had. So like
Yeah.
I'm only used to doing waking up at 2 in the morning for the last like over 10 years now. It's the only schedule I've ever done.
Wow.
I roll out of bed, I put on leggings, I come to work.
Does
yeah.
your schedule change if there's a hurricane or anything like
Yeah,
that?
we sleep here.
Okay. And the kids obviously don't, or do they?
No.
Yeah.
Like no kids, no families are allowed. Like
Yes.
it's too hectic and crazy.
I'm sure.
So my husband will just like be at home with them, or he'll like go take them to like a grandparent's house so that he has like an extra set of hands.
yeah.
But yeah, that's
That was amazing. That was one of my big. So I secretly wanted to be a newscaster, and I never delved into it. But that was one of the reasons I couldn't. Is I'm like, I could never go out during a hurricane. Way too neurotic for that. So
well,
I'm
you
amazed.
you might be like there are people who stay inside still.
Yes.
So I'm inside. I get to
Yes.
like stay dry.
Yes,
and, you know.
yes. But you have the most important job during that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. When you're going on like a girls trip, do people ask you all the time? So what's the weather going to be?
All
like,
the time.
You're
so,
the go-to.
so the other day, I had a friend, the girl who knows everybody.
Yeah.
Her little sister texted me, and she was like, "I'm in St. Louis, and I have to drive back to Chicago.
yeah.
Should I? We're trying to leave in the morning. Is that a good idea?" And there was a massive snowstorm coming in. I was like, "No." She's like, "Should I leave tonight?" And I go, "Yeah. Like leave now. Leave by 8 p.m. Like don't, or you need to wait like another like 36 hours." She ended up leaving that night, and she texted me the next day. She's like, "We got back last night. That was the right call. Thank you very much."
Stop
Yeah.
it. So you do field questions like that. That's
occasionally.
amazing. Like, do you get information before? Well, obviously you get it before the general public because you have to tell the general public.
Right.
But like in terms of hurricanes, like can you?
It's all the same.
Yeah.
We all get the same stuff.
Yeah. Have you ever like really been like, oh, this is going to be real bad, and just hide your wives, hide your kids?
Well, we haven't had anything like that come this way. So for like us, no. For other places, yes. Because I'll look at a hurricane that's anywhere, not just in Florida, just because of like
fascinating.
It's interesting, and I need to know. Scientifically speaking, I want to know about XYZ storm that's going somewhere. So luckily, we haven't had anything like we haven't had the big one, as people will say, come to Florida yet. But
yes, were you alive for Hurricane Andrew?
Yes, I was almost 2.
Okay.
And I was sleeping the whole time, my mom said.
Okay, yes,
so.
yes. Came in the middle of the night. I'll never forget it. I mean, we were further north in Coral Springs, but yes, that's the like historic storm. So did you celebrate, what was it, yesterday hurricane season ended? Or?
Yes. So today is the first day that it's no longer hurricane season.
Okay.
So on air, we like talked about it and stuff, and we made it like a...
I feel like you need to have like a party of some sort or something.
We could.
Like it's like your season's over.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's just like one less thing I have to worry about now, I guess. But then like... Now I'm going to end up looking at snowstorms and like other parts, it doesn't necessarily just need to be like local weather that I look at. I like to kind of...
Yeah, the fun keeps happening no matter what.
Even though our weather, this is dry season and like the weather, I could call it very boring every day.
I came into monsoon.
I
wanted to be like, Lauren, turn it off. Can't you do something? Don't you have somebody you could talk to?
Yeah. I don't have anyone I can talk to, but I can tell you when it's going to finally get dry again.
Really?
Tomorrow it might rain again tomorrow, but Wednesday, Thursday is much nicer.
Nice.
So
okay, I'm not kidding. I'm gonna text you.
You can.
Like, Lauren, here's my day. What should I do? How should I contour
I have a friend also who recently was like, I think my weather app on my phone is wrong. I was like, yeah, it is. Like, she's like, what's the best place to look? I'm like, honestly, like, just text me. Like, if you're going somewhere, like, you need me to send you something.
I am doing that.
Yeah,
like, I'm so sorry you just cordially invited this into your universe because I don't trust the weather apps. I'm always like, pish posh. They don't know what they're talking about.
Let me know if you have if you're going like people go on cruises. They have trips and it's hurricane season and there's something coming, and I'm like, yeah, like I'll tell you if you like need to like not go on your trip or if you need to go somewhere else or change your flight to a different day, like because that's like a big impact of your life. It's gonna like ruin your trip if you don't leave on time or something. So
wow,
yeah, I'll get the occasional.
So powerful.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's a fun job.
Yeah. Yes, and very hard, but yes.
Yeah. But I mean, this is the only schedule I've ever had. I have the whole day to like go do whatever I want. I can go grocery shopping. I can go make bread. Like,
Yeah.
I have the day to just kind of like be.
I feel like you must be a big draw for career day.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I'm a weather woman. Like, that's a very cool thing.
I've done a few career days with like elementary schools.
Yes.
My kids haven't had them yet because they're not in elementary school yet. I'm sure, when they get there, they'll...
It's going to be a mommy flex.
Yeah. Or they'll be like, ugh, you're so embarrassing.
No.
I don't want you coming.
No, until all your friends are like, wait, your mom's on TV? And then they'll be amazed.
That could be true.
Yes. There are times my son will be like, my mom has a podcast. I'm like, do not tell your friends that. They cannot be listening to The Amish Stripper and Real Housewives. And like, there are quite a few episodes that are inappropriate for children.
That is really funny. Do they like that you're a podcaster? Do they think it's kind of cool?
I think he does. Yes. My little one like gets it but doesn't. Like he'll be like, he knows if he says shut up, he has to end it with tell me more. He's in trouble.
That's really funny.
Yeah. My 11-year-old I think does like it. But mom's not cool ever.
Right.
So he's been pushing me off the bench when I come to volunteer since first grade. So he's very much like, Mom, embarrassing me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I'm a fun mom. Look, I can rap.
You are a cool mom.
I mean, I try, but like he does. I always thought growing up, because I love hip hop, I was like, my kids are going to think it's amazing that I can rap and that I know their music. No, that none of that happens. Yeah, he's like, can you stop? And also like, this is old people music. And I'm like, oh, sorry.
We were listening. I was in the car the other day, and there was like a classic rock station on, and they were playing like The Killers.
Yes.
I mean, that's not classic rock.
Yes.
That's not that old. Like, stop.
Well, do you remember Power 96 from growing up?
Yeah.
That's now like oldies. Like they literally say like the hits from back in the day or something. I think that might be their tagline. Like it has been,
that's
what
really
we never
sad.
thought would happen to us has happened. Yes,
I don't like that.
It is. And Eminem's a grandpa.
Recently.
Yes.
It was like Haley brought her baby to watch grandpa perform. I'm like, that's weird.
But we to have the coolest grandpa in the whole wide world.
Yeah,
also, grandparents are younger, parents are younger.
Yes.
Like when I turned 41, I was like, I remember that was the age that I made my mom always like, she's into her 70s. I'm like, no, you're 41 in my mind forever. Mm-hmm. But how am I 41? It's very odd. But yes, they always say 40 is the new 30 and 40 50 is a new 40.
Yes.
Whatever it
which
is.
Which means 45 needs to be the new geriatric 35, right?
Yes, it does.
We need to just
Yes.
everything by a decade.
Yes, I agree.
It's very different now.
Yes.
How has doing podcasting maybe allowed you more like flexibility with being a mom and being home and stuff for your kids?
So that is a great question because that was my overall goal in life was to be able to have a flexible schedule. It was actually one of the big reasons I wanted to be a therapist because I was like, I can make my own schedule, pick my kids up from school. It hasn't always worked out like that though because I go 180 into whatever I'm doing. So I have a very hard time cutting things off. It's been a bit of a challenge, but you know what? It's just everything is. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
There's no balance in life. Before I had the podcast and I was doing advocacy work, that was hard to balance as well. Like whatever I do, it's always going to be hard. So you just make it work as much as you can. I do love being in charge of my own schedule, and I mainly record in the middle of the day. So that doesn't work for every guest, so I have to contour it sometimes. But it is nice to know I'll be back to get my older son from school and take him to all his activities.
That's cool. What activities is he into now?
Okay, so he's a big football player.
Okay.
We are at a pivotal point in football life where it's now time to talk about tackle. I've always been very terrified of tackle for obvious CTE, millions of reasons. I can't stop him from doing it though, so we're just going to get the biggest helmet that anyone's ever made, and I will probably watch him with my eyes closed the whole time.
Yeah.
But we are a big football family in general, so we've created this own monster.
Same.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping maybe we can like lean towards basketball.
Oh my gosh, yes. If you can do it. So I tried when he was younger. I was like, look at golf. Golf is amazing. I was like, isn't this fun? And he's like, it's not really for me. And I'm like, okay. He has shown a little bit of interest in lacrosse. So
okay, cool.
I'm going to try, but it's our own faults. Like we all go to football games. We were at the Dolphins game yesterday. Like we go to all the Gator games. Like it's an obsession.
Yeah. So now you bring up a good point because I keep like we want to bring our oldest to a game, and I'm like, do you want to go to a football game? And he always says no.
Yes.
And I'm like, well, maybe that's for the best because if you don't go,
they'll never know it.
You won't know what football is.
Yes. He'll be like, what is this sport? Take him to, hockey is also dangerous, but I mean, the Panthers are huge. I will say though,
you could do that instead.
The football games are so much fun.
They're so much fun. We love going, and I'm like, you want to go? Like, there's snacks there. You can like
many snacks.
You can have ice cream out of a helmet if you want.
Yes, and it's a huge show. It's the best. And 4 is like the youngest I would take. We took my 3-year-old a few games ago, and I spent the whole time like in the snack area just buying everything that I could possibly imagine to like fill his little mouth with. So I probably won't do that again for a little bit, but 4 is a good age to take them.
We might wait like till next season.
Yeah.
For stuff like we want to bring him to a Gator game.
Yes.
Like we'll go to a Dolphins game, but it's
the
like
sweetest.
Like, will he like it? Will he
I
just want to
know.
eat the whole time? But then again, like maybe it's not just a bad thing because I would prefer him to play
That's true.
basketball.
That's true. And I really don't get, like, watching it, it looks like it hurts. Like, I do, like, oi, every time.
Yeah.
Every play, I'm like, oi, that looks painful.
He goes, oh, they fell down.
Yes,
Like,
they
yeah,
fall down
it's
so
really
much.
sweet.
And I look at my son, I'm like, how are you going to handle this?
I
Like,
know.
in flag, he'll, like, fall down. He's like, oh, my leg. I'm like, this is going to go real well.
Right.
So we'll see what happens. I'm always like, there are other things you could do in football organizations. You could be
the
an
kicker.
agent. I beg him to be the kicker. I was like, please.
That's a
like,
skill.
Yes. I showed him, I forgot which game it was we were watching yesterday, but there was a kicker, and I was like, look at him. He just comes out, he kicks the ball, that's it.
And he wins the game.
He wins the
for
game.
the team, and
Yes.
that's important.
Yes, he's either the hero or definitely not the hero if he misses, which then I get like super emotional
Yeah,
about.
it's really sad. But then the players whose job is to score a touchdown or do something else, it could be their fault too, because then maybe it wouldn't have had to come down to a field goal like this.
Always. It's always a team effort. But the other thing about football and me is like I get very emotional when people are losing or not doing well. I get sad for them, and then I have to
Same, I
remember.
feel so
Yes,
bad.
I'm like just so competitive. I'm like no. Like I like picture like this could be like their ultimate goal in life, and now they're gonna miss it. I like can't handle it.
But then I remember like they're being paid like gazillions of dollars.
much.
So like if they
especially
lose,
now
like,
in
it's
college.
okay.
Oh my gosh.
This whole NIL stuff is like ridiculous.
It's insane. Absolutely nuts. Like, I can't imagine what these kids are spending it on.
Yeah.
Like, it just must be like Range Rovers driving through campus. Like, it was like, where's your bicycle or your scooter? What's happening?
It's very odd nowadays.
Yes, it is.
I like to end each episode by us sharing our sun and our storm for the week.
Oh, I love
It's
that.
like a high and a low, but because I'm a meteorologist, I have, put a weather spin on it, and we do our sun and our storm.
I love that.
I'll start with mine so you can like start thinking.
Yes.
I couldn't really even think of one when I was like pondering what happened over the course of the last week.
Yes.
My son is that it was Thanksgiving. We were all together as a family for the first time with my two boys being like, my youngest last year for Thanksgiving was like a month. So he was just like a plop. He like
Yes.
didn't do anything.
Yes.
So this was the first year that we all got to be like with our family. I had like the two boys were playing. They were hanging out with my sister. All the grandparents were there. Like it was just really sweet and really nice. And it was nice to just kind of like all be together. And I made a pie and it came out really good.
I'm so impressed.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
I like to cook and bake now. That's like my
What?
new mom. That was like what I started doing on maternity leave with my second. I was like, everything is so much different the second time
Yes,
around.
it
You're
is.
not as scared. You're not as like, oh my God, what am I doing? So now I was like, Psh, I got this. And then like by a week, I was like, I'm bored. I need to do something. So I started learning to like bake and stuff. So
I'm so impressed. I'm the opposite of that. Like my poor family, I'm like, we're gonna starve to death. Like I can make one thing, it's eggs, and like that's it. So breakfast for dinner, big thing in our
that's
house.
fine.
Yeah.
We're having cereal tonight, everybody.
Yes.
But you can
the
just
best.
start somewhere. Like
Yeah.
follow an easy
Yeah,
recipe.
I could set a pretty table. I mean, what do you want? You
That's
can't have
fine.
everything. Yeah.
Right. And that's all you need.
Yeah.
So I can't really think of like a storm because like our week was fine. Nothing
Yes.
like awful happened.
Yes,
And
yes.
you know,
Can it
We were
be
together.
for this coming week?
sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna say my storm. I'll start off with the sad, then we'll go happy. Just that break's over. I feel like break is such a nice time. There's no kids' sports. We're not running around. I don't have to think of everyone's schedule and like write it down and then forget it the second I write it down. Anyways, so it's just a whole huge mess. So I'm very sad that it's over because it's like now we're gonna get back into the grind. So that's definitely my storm. My son is I have a very fun guest that is hopefully coming on this week. It is someone I have adored since I was a wee little one. It's going to be a good one. So hopefully it pans out. I don't want to say it just in case it doesn't happen
Okay.
because you never know.
Right.
But yeah, so that's definitely my son. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm excited for you.
Yes, 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 yes. So
I'm gonna have to,
yeah,
like,
you'll
stay
have to
tuned
watch.
and watch and listen.
Yes, it's a good one. It's a good one, especially for millennial women. I would say
Okay.
they'll know who it is, and everyone will. But he's definitely a heartthrob of the past.
Oh, I cannot wait.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here with us
Thank
today.
you for having me. This was so much
This
fun.
was
Your
so
show
great.
is awesome. I love
Thank
listening
you.
to it and
Thank you,
hearing
thank you.
all the different perspectives. I love it.
So glad you were here to join us. We're going to tag your pages and your podcast at the bottom of the show notes. So if anybody wants to listen and find out who her secret guest that's coming on this week is, they can find you and connect and listen.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
We appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Thank you all for watching and listening, and we'll see you next week.